Hello everyone. Today is 24th of April. Now it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon Moscow time. And this is new episode of Headlines from Moscow, right next to Kremlin and Eternal Fire here. Many tourists are, of course, in this area. And well, there is quite a number of news that I'd like to share with you for this moment. And I will start with the report of RIA Novosti, according to which Russian partisans in Odessa region shared information with this news agency that Russian armed forces conducted precise strike on military base of Kiev regime forces in Odessa, and they are confirming that strike was precise and Kiev regime had significant losses, although no detailed information is available for now. Excuse me. On my Telegram, I did share information about and video and photo footage of that strike, although yet again, no detailed information is available for now. Also, RIA Novosti is reporting that Kiev regime launched 7 drones in direction of Smolensk region during drone strike in this area, and as I reported in the morning, several energy facilities were targeted. No reports still about casualties during this strike. Unfortunately, it seems like some of those drones managed to bypass Russian air defense systems. Also, headline from TASS news agency that the European Commission will allocate another or additional 1.5 billion euros for Kiev regime for budget of Zelensky's regime, because as International Monetary Fund said some time ago, Ukraine will last only a couple of months without foreign financial aid to maintain its so-called state institutions, and I'm quite sure this is definitely not the last transfer from EU directly to budget of Ukraine. Also, RIA Novosti's report that President of Russian Federation Vladimir Putin made a statement about statehood of Russia. He gave a speech on the topic, and he said that to maintain sovereignty of Russia, basement has to be for society traditional values, which is of course absolutely correct. I cannot imagine what society gonna look like without traditional values, without family values, without spiritual values. I don't know. So, and by the way, that's why Russia is more and more attractive for many people worldwide, especially in the collective West, because many people are fed up with this crazy neoliberal ideology that have been imposed on society in large, and younger generations have been indoctrinated in. Also, Vzglyad newspaper is reporting that General Prosecutor of Moldova is conducting investigation against head of Gagauzia Autonomous Region. Political harassment, undoubtedly, political prosecution, and well, every single day we have more and more information, more and more indicators that under current leadership of Maya Sandu, President of Moldova, this former Soviet Republic is heading towards its final stop. I will say this republic will not survive with such a leadership, and right now it definitely seems like being destined to fully disintegrate in upcoming years. Let's continue. And well, interesting information from Georgia. Vzгляд newspaper also reporting that there is diplomatic row now between Georgia and Lithuania because Georgian government, Georgian ruling party, is not happy that member of European Parliament from Lithuania not just criticized Georgian leadership for attempting to implement law about foreign agents, but Lithuanian MP also demanded sanctions against Georgia's police, which is crazy. And of course, Tbilisi and Georgian government is not happy about it, and they summoned, as I understand, the ambassador of the Lithuania and demanded answers. And head of Georgia's parliament also spoke about this topic and demanded answers from Lithuania's government. I don't think Vilnius will care that much, but we clearly can see that more Georgia tries to protect its sovereignty, to protect her national interests and interests of its society. More and more difficult relationship is becoming between Georgia and the client states of the Washington, of the US or UK, client states of Western ruling class. And of course, Lithuania not being an exception. After all, Ukraine Kyiv regime openly demanded quite a number of times from Georgia, and we can imagine how many times they spoke about this topic behind the doors to sacrifice Georgia. Basically, they were openly demanding from Tbilisi to open second front against Russia. You're not gonna get any more unfriendly towards Georgia than that. And nowadays, because of this attempt to implement law about foreign agents, of course, Washington is criticizing Georgia. Brussels, London, just about all major capitals in the collective West, as you found on the order of some one center. And probably that's the case. Anyway, let's continue. Blinken, by the way, arrived in China today. And before his visit, there was articles in Western media, according to which Blinken will try to impose pressure on Chinese leadership to distract relationships between China and Russia and cooperation between the two. It's not happening, of course, and especially now, when just a few days ago, U.S. House of Representatives passed this bill, military aid bill, according to which some 61 billion will be allocated for Kyiv regime and 8 billion, I believe, for Taiwan also, and some billions for Israel. And Chinese Foreign Ministry made a statement about it, and they said that U.S. is shooting itself in the foot by arming Taiwan, and Taipei itself is making huge mistakes because this arms race kind of and deployment of deliveries of additional weapons to Taipei will only make situation more difficult for Taiwan. That's Chinese take on the situation, and well, I believe Blinken's visit in China will be as unsuccessful as recent visit of Janet Yellen, head of U.S. Treasury. I don't think Washington is in position to harass Beijing, really. I just don't see it. But, let's wait what kind of news will come out from this visit. Also, by the way, Wall Street Journal is reporting about situation in Ukrainian armed forces, about several brigades, 115th, 67th, that basically refuse to obey orders and flee from the battlefield. Those brigades are no longer battle capable, and also 47th Brigade. Wall Street Journal's journalist, I believe, spoke to Wall Street Journal's 47th Brigade's officers, and they were complaining that this 47th Brigade is supposed to go on rest and flee from and leave zero line of contact, but because these other brigades were no longer obeying orders, this 47th Brigade had to stay on a line of contact and basically get decimated. And that is what exactly happened with that brigade, which is also withdrawn now from line of contact. I spoke about this brigade in today's first update, and dear friends, I don't know when I will be at home in Dmitrov. It will take a couple of hours for sure, but no matter what time it is, I will upload this video, at least to show you these views. This is Alexandrovsky Sady, by the way, right next to Kremlin. And I was thinking to make this headline on Red Square, but Red Square is closed now because preparations are taking place for 9th of May celebration, when there will be military parade. And I could not get to Red Square, but this is quite nice area also, isn't it? And as you can see, right next to the Kremlin. And also, by the way, Wall Street Journal mentioned severe lack of manpower in Ukrainian armed forces. And if you remember, I spoke about this topic, and I said that it will not take long before Western media outlets, Western politicians will start highlighting lack of manpower among Ukrainian forces to basically lay down ground for possible deployment of Western troops, NATO troops into Ukraine. And this article on Wall Street Journal does exactly that. They are paying significant attention to lack of manpower and how this issue gonna be resolved. One may say Ukrainian male refugees in Europe should go back, and there are attempts to send them back forcefully or otherwise. Kiev regime is refusing to provide them consulate assistance, for example. And I believe European states will try to send male Ukrainian refugees into Ukraine under whatever pretext. They will come out with some justification. If necessary, they will create some new laws. They have a good fantasy, so they will work that out. But eventually things will come down to deployment of NATO troops, and it's only a matter of time at this point, I believe. And let me show you this area. We are right next to Kremlin. You can see Cathedral, Christ the Savior, one of the biggest Orthodox cathedrals in the world. So yes, it's only a matter of time, and NATO troops will be deployed into Ukraine. And I will end this short video now, if I may. And today I recorded news update for Patreon from Moscow, and also new episode of Streets of Moscow. It's a political program that I have on Patreon, and hopefully members of our Patreon community will find that those videos interesting, and hopefully you will find this video interesting. I wanted to make these headlines just to show you some areas, some nice places here in the capital. So this is it for now. Have a great day and take care.